Stugotz of the Dan Levack Show with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team. Dan Levack Show, 10-1 right here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Stugotz, you lost the bet to Golic. How's the head feeling, man?
I went into it with really low expectations because I don't know what my skull looks like. I have no idea. So I don't think anyone does unless you shaved your head off before or shaved your hair off before. So I didn't know what shape it was, and the shape is everything. Remember Scottie Pippen shaved his head way back when, and it came out looking all bad and stuff?
Yep.
So because you don't know what's underneath the hair, and so I went into it with really low expectations, and which I think you should go into everything with low expectations because chances are it will exceed your expectations.
I have that for this show every day. I completely agree.
Hey, now, come on.
Yes, and that's the philosophy on our show as well. Listen, I was pleasantly surprised with how it came out. And I was pleasantly surprised, more importantly, with the reaction I got from our listeners, the reaction I got from friends, family, and most importantly, my wife. She was there, and she actually liked it. She liked the haircut. So it turned out pretty good, man.
Are you prepared, though? Because, up here, we would freeze to death. Down there, you've got, suntan lotion on that thing. You don't want to burn your scalp.
The first thing I got to do, and this is what everyone who, at least the handful of bald friends that I have said I got to get it tan first, which I haven't done yet, so I'll do that today. I'll just get a little glaze going up there, and then I'll start applying all the lotion.
Puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
Stugotz of the Dan Levack Show with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team. Now, here's the crappy part, too. You get your head shaved, and, first they have to shave it even, worse and make you look like even more of a dorko as they're shaving your head on national television and national radio. And then on top of that, that's not even the most extreme bet that we've had on this station within the last year. Do you feel like you need to get back in the betting business pretty soon so that you can top the Golic butt photo?
Yeah, it's funny. I forgot about the Golic butt photo. I want to get a bigger and better bet going on with Golic because what Golic doesn't realize, and we tried to warn him, his fatal flaw in all this was not realizing that I'm incapable of shame. So he should have known better. And so that's why I just want to keep upping the ante because even if I lose, I don't care. Whatever I have to do, it doesn't matter to me. I'll do it with a smile on my face.
Stugotz of the Dan Levack Show with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Porzingis, Kristaps Porzingis with the Knicks, because, of course, a lot of people don't know. You are New York sports guy. So tell me this, Kristaps Porzingis, best Knicks rookie since Patrick Ewing?
Yes, I would say yes. And he's the best thing the Knicks have had since Patrick Ewing. And you combine it with Carmelo Anthony, and it seems to kind of, reinvigorate Carmelo here. And so I've been pleasantly surprised with how great Porzingis has been, and really the solid play of the Knicks as a team through the first 11, 12 games here this year.
Am I getting greedy, Stugotz? Because when the experts told us he's a 2 to 3 year project, I'm looking at him now and saying maybe he is that, and he just could be that great.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine what he's going to look like? If he looks like this now, imagine what he's going to look like in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I think we all went into it with the same thing. This is going to be. Now, listen, he's afforded the opportunity to play because he landed on a really bad team. So I don't know, if he's playing elsewhere. I don't know if he's getting this many minutes, starting minutes and stuff like that. But for other 2 or 3 years stuff, clearly the kid is ready to play and ready to play right now. And if he's going to be this good, I don't see in a weak Eastern Conference why the Knicks can't. I'm not saying they're going to compete for anything special. I'm not saying they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but certainly they should be a playoff team. When you have Carmelo, Porzingis, and I think I think the rest of the roster is actually pretty solid. So, again, in a weak Eastern Conference with now you have 2 stars instead of 1. It's Carmelo and Porzingis. So, yeah, this team should be a playoff team this year.
Stugotz of the Dan Levack Show, her 10-1 weekdays right here on 104.5 The Team, at Stugotz 790 on Twitter. All right, Stugotz, as we look at your Jets going up against the Texans, if you look at the New York media, they would tell you it is the Jets going up against J.J. Watt this weekend. Your thoughts on that matchup?
You know what the thing is? Because I've been blasting him for over a year now. He's overrated. But here's really the problem. And I think to an extent he is, but I'm not certain that it's J.J. Watt's doing. What I am certain of, this media creation and this marketing creation, he's just I was watching the game last night, that lousy Jacksonville, Tennessee game. So this guy was in 3 consecutive, I think it was a Papa John's, that Verizon commercial that annoys me to no end, that he's out there in the woods working really hard to keep your phone going. Give me a break. And then he was in another commercial. So it was 3 consecutive commercials. So I think it's partially our fault that we've created this monster. But because we see so much of him, I expect so much of him, and quite frankly, he can never meet my expectations. Like, he's working harder than everyone else. Give me a break. He's working as hard as everyone else.
Stugotz, how confident are you that the Bills will be able to beat the Patriots on Monday?
I'm not at all. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not at all. Like, listen, I had Rex as my coach, and he gets you all fired up for the for the Patriot game, and then Rex says what he says, and by extension, as fans, we get all fired up, and then you get to the Sunday's game, and Bill Belichick just rips the heart out. Like, that's just kind of the way it works. So, the game's in New England. They beat you pretty good up in Buffalo week 2, and I actually thought you were going to win that game. So I'm not going to fall for it a second time, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is the rare time where, as a Jet fan, I'm rooting for your Bills to lose because none of us are winning the division. We're just trying to get into the wild card. So it's the rare time we'll actually be rooting for Belichick and Brady.
Wow. Stugotz, the Dan Le Batard Show. Heard weekdays 10 to 1 on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. And Stugotz, we will let you get to your golf game as a New York sports guy. Thanks for spending some time with us, man, and helping us hash it out before the weekend. Have a good weekend yourself.
Have a great weekend anytime. I enjoy being on the show.